let's play another one. What do I want to play now? I want to play hate balls because I have not tried the newly nerfed hate balls. If you're not playing in the beta, you will still have the broken hate balls that we all know and love. Um, but in the beta, hate balls got brutally nerfed, and this is what it is now. Fires bolts at 4 random enemies each turn, alternatingly dealing 14 fire or 14 dark damage to all units on the path. Can be channeled for up to 5 turns. And that is not it. Toxic Hatred says the bolts also poison enemies for 13 turns. As you can see, it's a brutal nerf to the spell. It's still very strong, for sure, but it's not the kind of mindless game-winning thing that it was and that I have showcased in the past. Yeah, this level looks fine. I'm probably going there. Here we get enchantment spells and skills gain 9 damage, and a charge and 1 radius, and a number of summons. This enchantment one is pretty nice. I wonder what things we can like. There's a good amount of them actually. I know what I want. These are enchantments. Um, Maybe I could finally do the eye build with that enchantment wand, and we don't do hate bolts after all. Yeah, that's what I was telling you earlier. Like, Rift Wizard 2 is like, you really have to adapt to the floor god. I am so tempted by that. I think that I am going to go for the enchantment wand. Like, kind of hard to pass up on an item that says that something gains 9 damage that is not conjurations. And I mean specifically that it's not conjurations, not because I think conjurations is bad or anything. It's more like because because conjurations gaining damage instead of minion damage barely does anything for conjurations. If it said that it gains minion damage, then it would be cool. I would really like it if the properties of damage and minion damage were merged and like have it be applicable. It's logical whenever you want something to be damage or minion damage. Like for example, Ghost Ball damage could reasonably be minion damage only. Like realistically, it could be both because no one is actually gonna cast Ghost Ball to hit things. What people are gonna do is cast Ghost Ball in an empty space to get a million ghosts. At least that's how people play it. Okay, Eye of Ice. Why Eye of Ice here? Because Eye of Ice complements my damage with Fireball. So now I have fire damage and ice damage. Um, so yeah, this might be the time to finally do the eye build. It might finally happen for real. Messed up a bit. Whenever you are dealing with fire bomber spawners or like bomber spawners, the best thing that you can do is wait for the thing to spawn a thing and then just hit it with your fireball. And that way it deals more damage and it gets rid of the enemy. Yeah, you can use those extra turns that you're not hitting with fireball to kill other things, for example. Enchantment Orb? It was too good to be true, yeah. This time we have a Sorcerer's Orb, but I don't think we're gonna be using that a lot. And the level layout is really rough. If I had something that dug through walls, but we don't. And there's no enemies there, because sometimes there's rock worms, like for example a rock worm here would have been great, which is a weird thing to say because I don't like rock worms, but it would have been great because it would have made a straight line for me so I wouldn't have to go all the way through the level to reach these. This is so far away from these two that I don't think that it's doable unless I want to use a teleporter. And normally I would do it for a sorcerer's orb, but we are gonna be doing enchantment stuff instead of sorcery stuff, so I guess we don't do that. What do we have? Oh yeah, like it doesn't matter. The enchantment wand is just too important to throw away. Uh, Enchantment spells and skills gain 25% damage. For every 50 damage dealt to enemies by enchantments, summon 3 troublers for 7 turns. So 25% damage or 9 damage, 1 charge, 1 radius, 1 number of summons. I should get Nightmare Aura, maybe, if I'm gonna be doing enchantment stuff. Um, I am a bit excited at the idea of the enchantment run finally, because there's a good amount of enchantments that are like kind of cool. Like the eyes are kind of cool. You have Mercury Eyes, which yeah, certified banger from Rift Wizard 1. It took me forever to actually figure out this spell because I used it once early and I was not convinced. And then I used it later, and like I was convinced. These ghosts are so strong in Rift Wizard 1. I don't think they're nearly on the same power level as in Rift Wizard 2. Like the monsters are just a lot more powerful in this game. But anyway, other cool enchantments simulate deals damage, and the damage keeps increasing like crazy. Scourge deals damage and stuns. Death Chill deals a good amount of damage. Dark damage, unfortunately. Um, deal 15 lightning damage to all units in a 3-tile ring each turn. I used this in Rift Wizard 1. It was so disappointing because there's like a safe zone in the middle. So like the monsters can be next to you and you cannot hit them with this. If it was like you had an like maybe radioactive field does that. Huh. Inside the halo. Maybe it is that what I want. Radioactive field. Every turn lightning halo gets +1 radius. That's 9 turns. I feel like that could be funny. Maybe we get that. Maybe we get that. But if I was to get it, it would probably be with this. But if I get that, like, I think that this spell sounds really cool. Lightning Halo, but it really doesn't seem like the kind of spell that will carry or that will carry over to like the late game. It's gonna be like Lightning Spire. When you increase radius, it just makes the same zone bigger. That's really sucks. It seems like this and this synergize so well. Like they should maybe be merged. I have that issue with a lot of upgrades in Rift Wizard 2. If you're gonna make it so that a lot of spells only have one upgrade and have upgrades that synergize with each other, make the upgrades more expensive but make them more impactful. Instead of having two different upgrades that only are there to really make you wish that you had the other upgrades. Or maybe have a skill that lets you get more upgrades or that gets you 2 upgrades at random for all of your spells and you cannot get any upgrades for your spells. That would be maybe interesting. Potentially broken. But broken is good in Rift Wizard. Rift Wizard doesn't care if you're doing super broken things. Also, imagine how crazy builds would get if there was a skill like that. It wouldn't even need to be a cheap skill. It could be like like a cost 8 skill. Anyway, as I was saying, maybe a Nightmare Aura. Nightmare Aura's damage is fixed, unfortunately. It would be really funny if instead of dealing 2 damage per turn, it was dealing 11 damage with my enchantment wand. But it's fine. It's still pretty okay. Just joined. You got your first win today with a Silver Spear run. How did you do it? What's your secret for the Silver Spear? Did you do it with the copper upgrade for the Silver Spear? Talking about that, I really wish that the Razor Shrine made it into Rift Wizard 2. It might still happen. Razor Shrine in Rift Wizard 1 is a thing that whenever you cast a metallic spell that targets, it shoots pretty much silver spears equal to the level of the spell to stuff like from the point that you targeted. It's so strong on silver spear. It's so busted. Like, it's so good that if I get that shrine in Rip Wizard 1 and I have the experience for Silver Spear, which I always do because it's a level 3 and every level gives 3 experience, I just get Silver Spear to get it with that shrine. Um, yeah. Silver Spear Copper Shaft. Are you telling me that your first win in Rift Wizard 2 was with a single spell build? And not only a single spell build, but a Silver Spear single spell build? That's kind of rough. You're definitely, or you were definitely playing on hard mode. I'm gonna get Scourge actually. I was thinking of getting another ice spell, but I think we get Scourge here. Scourge is a good thing to make it so that things do not kill me. I know what I was thinking, or why I was thinking about Nightmare Aura, because it would be kind of perfect for dealing with these guys. Yeah, it would make all of these explode, but I can also make them explode with Fireball. Okay, so Scourge deals 14 damage per turn for 5 turns. Not bad. Oh well, I'm gonna take a bunch of damage. Just half my HP. No big deal. Oh, I didn't even cast Eye of Eyes. My bad. Didn't really matter a lot. How much damage does this deal? 24. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, we were going to get Translocation Boots. The Scepter of Mischief would have been nice, but I think that the enchantment wand that I have right now is a bit better than that. Sinister Disc works well with Nightmare Aura. And do I really want to submit myself to Nightmare Aura? If you don't know, I won a Nightmare Aura run in Rift Wizard 1 a while ago. I think a couple of years ago at this point. And it was not the greatest experience. So in Rift Wizard 2, where everything is a lot harder, I don't know if I want to submit myself to that yet again. In this occasion, I think that dropping here, getting these drill shoes, and just digging through the level, which otherwise would be very annoying to do, is a perfectly viable strat. We could also get Immolate or Eye of Fire. Maybe Lightning Eye as well. I hesitated on getting Lightning Eye of Lightning, I think it's called actually, because of the fact that I just did an Arc Lightning run and pretty much every level I was re-rolling because everything was immune to lightning. So yeah. Um, mm, yeah, let's get Immolate and let's drop there. Yeah, that's the best that I can do, I think. Yep, the best that I can do. These shoes are gonna be very useful. Burrowing is a pretty strong property for the wizard to have. Delightful. This steel spider placed a web in my escape path. That's kind of annoying. Well, wait a second. I don't even have to care. I have burrowing. Yeah, the magic of burrowing. So strong. What now? These guys are kind of blocking off my path. I guess that I can wait a bit. This guy with a Scourge. How big is it? Ooh, 2 tiles. Ooh, gotta be careful with that because I could hit myself by accident. How exactly is it gaining 1 radius? Oh, this gives it 1 radius. I find it pretty funny how the behavior of the monster changes when you burrow through things. Like they're trying to catch you, and then you break open, and then they go around. It's kind of funny to look at. Oh yeah, I didn't change the stream title. I guess that I should just name it Rift Wizard 2 because we're not really doing Ritual of Revelation and Heaven's Wrath anymore. We did Dark Lightning and we were going to do Hate Bolts, but then we are just doing enchantments. Um, hmm, hmm. I think that starting here is great. Like these shoes are so good in levels like these. It literally lets you snipe every gate if you think about it. Like in this, I start here pretty much. I open this up, kill that, go over here, kill this, go over here, kill this. With blind casting, do I have any enchantments that have blind casting? Oh man, like come on, at least one of these must have blind casting. Nah, there is a blind casting upgrade for Seal Fate. Maybe that could be good. Worth consideration. Maybe I could just start here. Destroy this thing because if there's a thing that this build does well is like bypassing single target shields. Like if you only have to deal with one monster with a shield, Scourge kills it without without any issues whatsoever. Yeah. Um, I see a mass Scourge. Scourge is applied to a connected group of enemies. This is very strong because I was recently made aware that a connected group of enemies means as many enemies that are adjacent to each other, pretty much, instead of just like a 3 by 3, like how I was originally imagining it. So that sounds very powerful since it stuns them all. You know, those kind of levels that I often see that it's like a really small level and like it's full of enemies. A Scourge with that upgrade destroys that kind of level. It probably also destroys me because it has a radius 2 and um, it doesn't have the mercy to, ignore you when it comes to the damage. So it deals the damage to you as well. It really sucks. I wish it didn't work like that, but that's just how it is, unfortunately. Okay, let's go here. And as I was saying, we were going to get an enchantment that was level 3, which was Seal Fate. Um, I don't need it right now. I don't think I need to expend my experience at the moment. I can wait. Yeah, this would be great with if something that I had blind casting. As it is right now, it's a bit scary to open the door into a million frogs, only to have them pull me incessantly and then kill me, because like this doesn't do well if I am fighting a bunch of things at the same time. Yeah, this build is super weak because of that. I really do believe that this is not a strong build by any stretch of the imagination. Even with this fantastic enchantment wand, I cannot just help but think, if that wand, instead of being an enchantment wand, was a sorcery wand with the same properties, it would be exponentially better. Are we done with the modified void bombers? Because when it comes to modified void bombers, the only ones that are scary are those ones, because they lunge at you. Any other void bombers are perfectly fine. Does Immolate get Immolate also affects a connected group of enemies, so just like Scourge, those are the upgrades that make them feasible. Without those upgrades, they are nothing in the late game. Immolate deals half damage to units in a 3-tile radius around the target each turn. That doesn't really matter. Whenever an immolated enemy dies, regain a charge of a random level 4 or lower dragon spell you know. There's not a lot of those. Frostfire, Fire Ice, Storm, and Void Drake. And Dragon Roar, Gold Drake, and Wyrmex are excluded. I guess Void Drake is good, and Ice Drake is also kind of okay. Oh, how I am regretting this. Oh yeah, this was a terrible idea. Not only going to this level, but trying to do this at all in the first place. I feel like it can be strong, but it requires a bit more patience than I have. Yeah, I think that like I used to be a patient person when it came to games like this, and I think Kroll killed that. Kroll took all of my patience and ran away with it. Now I just want to blow things up in one turn. I don't want to deal with all those frogs. This is gonna be terrible. I am tempted to run for the pet and have the pet help me. We got a metallic steel spider, which is worse than a normal steel spider in terms of resistances, but it has more HP, a ghostly spore beast or a ghostly centaur. It shall be the steel spider. Yeah, normal steel spider would be immune to lightning. This one is not. Okay, all that we have left to do is to kill a million frogs, unfortunately. I'm starting to regret getting that spider because of the webs. Okay. That was a bit surprising. Yeah, like I did take a bunch of damage from the Void Bombers, but the frogs weren't as bad as I thought they were gonna be originally. I think that the big thing here was not breaking this gate at the start, like I was about to. Like if I had broken this tile, I think that I would have just gotten pulled by the frogs like crazy and I would have died before I could have done anything. Doing it the way that I did it just took a lot longer. We have a sorcery wand here. Took a lot longer, but it was really good. Oh, it's such a good sorcery wand. Oh, it's so much better. All things considered, this thing is okay, but this thing is incredible. Yeah. I don't know if it's better than, for example, the Dynamo. The Dynamo is like run making, right? Like if you get the Dynamo, you know what to build and how to build it, and you know that it's gonna be like ridiculously powerful. The sorcery wand is a bit more open, right? Or at least this sorcery wand. You know how it is random. It's a shame that it is random, but like it's so good. Look at that. It doubles your damage and it adds 3 damage. What a great item. I kind of want it, but at this point I have spent so much experience getting enchantments. But I hate enchantments. Like I think that I have come to the conclusion that I hate enchantments. Um, Maybe I only hate them because of the circumstances that I have been in. I feel like when I get Scourge or Mass Scourge, when I get this, and I am in a situation where it works, where I can like actually use it, um, it's gonna be pretty fantastic because it's gonna stun everything and it's gonna kill everything that is connected. I just need to find one of those small cramped levels, and Scourge will definitely get the job done. I am tempted to re-roll for one of those actually. Yeah. Oh, I know that I shouldn't. I know that I shouldn't, but I'm gonna do it. Oh, oh, that hurts me. I should have gone there. Everyone knows I should have gone there. You know what? It's actually not that bad. We can do this. This should be fine. With some luck, we can get the guys to group up for a group scourge. By the way, we should probably get that upgrade. Have I ever won with just magic missile? No, I have not done that, but I think that it's a lot more doable in Brick Wizard 2 compared to 1. I'm not opposed to trying it at some point, because at least magic missile is um, a sorcery, not an enchantment. Ah, look at that, beautiful. Oh, it's a connected group of units, not a connected group of enemies. It says connected group of enemies, but it's highlighting my friendly. And it hit my friendly, okay. Oh, it hit me. Well, that kinda sucks. Dangerous, but functional. I guess I cannot complain. I'm starting to find a little bit of appreciation for Scourge, you know? Um, you hit an enemy with Scourge, and if it has enough HP to survive the Scourge for a bit, it deals damage to other guys, which is definitely pretty useful. A lot more exciting than Immolate. It also deals more damage. Immolate, well, it deals more damage immediately. Immolate deals more damage over time, I guess. Kills things faster, but the stun effect from Scourge is kind of big. Hmm. I still think that maybe I should get the other eye spells, and maybe Unblinking Eye. I figured that this level was perfectly doable. Oh, come on. Don't be like this. It's not letting me target it. Immolate. Well, not Immolate. No. Drill shoes are janky. The flying shoes are also pretty janky as well. When it comes to the drill shoes, I think the problem is that sometimes it doesn't let you target things. Like I had not had it not let me target, something outside of the wall when I'm inside of the wall. I guess that I have to do this, but that's a bit of a waste of 2 turns. I could have used those 2 turns for something else, you know? Okay, am I missing any gates? Because if not, I should go right there and do some scourging. Aha. Now this is where Scourge starts to gain my appreciation. Yes, that was beautiful. Unfortunately, it didn't kill everything, but this guy is a Scourge, so that thing is dead. Um, yeah, the gate near middle has died, thanks to Scourge. I didn't plan it, but it fortunately did turn out the ideal way. Let's go for another one. So good. Ooh, that guy got sniped because the eye could have hit this thing. It can still hit this thing. Not if I don't have it up, of course. Okay, we're almost done. Oh, this thing is immune to fire. Alright, not bad. Not bad, but yeah, we really want some of those extra small levels where everything is next to each other. It's gonna be great if we get some of those, I mean. Come on, extra small levels. Give me some of those extra small levels. Alternatively, how would you group up monsters? It's so weird. In Crawl, there's a spell called Gels Gravitas. I don't even know if it still exists, but for a long time it existed. Which you targeted a tile and it pulled monsters towards that tile. There also used to be a stronger version of that called what was it called? It was level 9 translocation that placed a thing that did pretty much that for more turns and it dealt crazy damage because it was level 9. Mm, I don't even remember what it was called. I was not playing during the version that thing was in the game. It was only for one version that that spell was in the game. For some reason it got removed, probably because it was too fun. Oh, I think I know what spell I want. In fact, that spell is being offered here. I do have a spell that does exactly that, and it's called Death Chill. If the target dies during this time, deals 11 ice damage and inflicts frozen for 5 turns on enemies within a 3 tile radius. No, what I'm thinking of is another thing. It's Arcane Ice Vortex. All enemy units in 5 tile radius are pulled towards that unit, frozen for 2 turns, and dealt 11 arcane and 11 ice damage. This enchantment build is proving to be quite problematic. Oh, how have I not thought of this? Yeah, this is the universal reveal for enchantments. Like if you're playing an enchantment build, this just makes it so that everything deals more damage. Sure. I'll get that, because we are unfortunately doing precisely that today. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that today I haven't had the best decisions, but I do think that this decision to play this build wasn't the best one. Because the other one, the previous build, that was really fun. Am I in range? Okay, no, not in range. Wow, a single cast of Immolate dealt 36 to this guy. How? Oh, oh yeah, I know. Like this. Um, what a thing to have Fey Malevolence. So I guess that Scourge in this case. Oh, it doesn't hit me. I guess that's nice. It still hits me because all units instead of all enemies within 2 tiles take 14 holy damage. I wonder if I should get Master of Space for more range on that, for more radius on that. It's probably not the wisest thing to do. I don't know if radius on Scourge is something that we should be excited to get. Okay, this so far is a lot more complicated than you would believe. Yeah, I'm just waiting for things to be grouped up enough so I can hit them with the Deadly Scourge. And it would indeed be a very deadly Scourge. Everything would die very quickly. Yeah, I'm afraid of walking over that, like, for obvious reasons. Okay, that might be a decent enough Scourge. It's gonna hurt me, but that's fine. I can just... oh, I was not able to sidestep it. In fact, I can't. Can't sidestep it. If I walk up, I get hit by 2, actually. Huh. Well, that's kinda nasty. This thing's conflagration upgrade, which does the same, a bit outside of my reach. Oh man, that would be such a nice scourge. Such a nice scourge, but I think we probably teleport to this thing. I have 3 teleporters after all. We get Death Chill. There's a mass Death Chill. What does that do? Applies to a connected group of enemies. Who would have guessed? Um, I'm starting to see that is a trend on enchantments. Considering how every enchantment has that, maybe there should just be a level 8 skill for enchantments that gives that to every enchantment. I think that probably would be for the best. Okay, time for the big scourge. It's not even that big. It's certainly like it's like the touch of death. If you do that, those things are super death, which is definitely pretty enjoyable. Yeah, the only reason why I'm doing this is because I figured that if there was ever going to be a time where I was gonna do an enchantment build, it was going to be with the one that gives the enchantment spells 9 damage. And like even with that, this has gone how you have seen it go. Yeah, what can I say? Maybe the main issue that I have with enchantments is that I don't know how to build them or what to prioritize and that kind of thing. Like we're going in blind pretty much, and this game being harder than one is punishing when it comes to going in blind. What does this thing do? 2 charges, 3 duration, 40% damage. 2 duration, 2 minion duration. Another thing that I was thinking of getting is, as I already said, Master of Space. Um, let's take a look at the spells again. I think that there's not a lot of really strong skills for enchantments. Searing Seal. Probably the best enchantment, but more because it's a fire spell than because it's an enchantment. Well, I guess that it also has something to do with the fact that it hits the whole screen, which enchantments don't seem to be very good at doing. Yeah, and maybe instead of applying to a connected group of enemies, it should have like lightning. You know how it has cascade? Maybe giving enchantments cascade range of 1 or so um would be better than giving them the whole connected group of enemies or connected group of units thing. By the way, I should report that thing with Scourge because it says connected group of enemies, but it applies to a connected group of units, including your allies. Doesn't include you, but includes your allies. So it's a bit more complicated than connected group of units actually. All of these levels look downright nightmarish to me. Hmm. Hmm. I think I have an idea. What if I start here and then I walk away? Um, yeah, like the thing is making a choke point so that things come closer to me and then I can hit them with the Scourge. That's pretty much my path to victory. Let me guess, I can still not immolate? Yeah, of course I can't. Um, Yeah, I tell you, these drill shoes are so janky because they don't remove the tile that you land on whenever you land inside the wall. If it's gonna work like that, it should really be either it doesn't let you land on walls or it removes the tile. Whichever one is easiest to make, I suppose. We go for a Scourge. Not really a great Scourge, but a pretty okay Scourge regardless. Hmm. Okay, I can do a crawl technique here. Go for a little bit of a kill hole, even though in this situation it's not particularly favorable for me. There we go. In the correct moment, we sneak around the corner. Like we peek around the corner. That's what I meant. We go for the Scourges. Hmm. Yep. The differences in line of sight between this game and Crawl are really hurting me with this kill hole strategy. Oops, am I dead? I don't think I'm dead, right? Like, does this... Oh, the target is stunned, but the units that this hits are not stunned. Okay. Yep. Some more crawl techniques. In this game, on liking one, the eyes move, which is pretty terrible. For the purposes of running away from them anyway. Are you gonna kill me if I peek around the corner? I think that the answer is yes. Mm. Mm. What a terrible build. You know, at least the saving grace is that I know how this is now, and I know that whatever I'm doing it wrong, pretty much. As in, maybe what I'm doing is not particularly weak, but I do know that it is not particularly enjoyable, and I prefer it to be enjoyable. Um, yeah, like maybe it is actually strong and I'm not saying it. Well, these are not great. Hmm. Hmm. Two arcane ones. Let's see what we get. Three number of summons, 3 damage, 25% minion damage, or 9 damage, 1 radius, 50% damage. That is a beast of an arcane wand once again. So not only am I going to refuse the crazy sorcery wand earlier, I'm also gonna refuse the crazy arcane wand, and only all of that only to die in a bit anyway. Yeah, like the way that this is going, I don't really see a lot of future for it. I think that there's gonna be a cop out for this build at some point. Like at some point, I'm just gonna stop doing enchantment stuff because it straight up feels weaker than most of the things that I could be doing. Um, Disregarding the ones that I've seen. Like even if I didn't have the ones, I could be doing other things and they would be stronger than enchantments with this crazy wand, which yeah, that's pretty bad. How would I make it so that enchantments are better? I think that I would make them all more expensive, but they will already have the mass thingy bundled in by default. So that way you could get another upgrade for them. Like as it is right now, it seems that the only upgrade that's kind of usable is the one that makes it actually hit more than one thing. Um, in this game, because of the nature of you fighting versus a million things at the same time, it really doesn't work the whole, oh yeah, target this one monster with this one spell, and then do that again over and over and over again. Like it definitely doesn't work, especially when you take into account that like there's gates, right? Eventually you're gonna lose to attrition just because you're not killing things fast enough. In this game, the strongest builds are the ones that either have unlimited resources that can actually deal with the level. For example, summons are kind of an unlimited resource, especially when it's something like strong enough, like Spike Ball Factory, for example. That's a summon that places a bunch of things that summon a bunch of Spike Balls, and that's guarantees to beat the level if you give it enough time, and the monsters in the level are not immune to lightning and physical. So that's like an example of a build that can take forever to beat a level. A build that beats the level fast, well, you just saw me do it, Arc Lightning. Um, Enchantments are neither of those two, and by extension, I think they're not great, or at least the enchantments that I'm using. I know that some enchantments like Seal Fate are certified pretty decent, and some of them are like just additional things. It seems to me like enchantments are like hexes in Crawl, funnily enough, which are like just a nice little addition to your build, never the main focus. And if you try to make them the main focus, you're gonna suffer, which is pretty weird to me because look at that. There's like 1 1/3 of a page worth of enchantments in the game. Why do they have to be that weak compared to sorceries and compared to conjurations? Because like I may not really like them that much, but conjurations are pretty strong as well. Um, but sorceries are, my favorite. Definitely my favorite by a mile. These embody the things that I like to do in this game, pretty much. These embody the things that I don't like to do in Crawl, but in this game are kind of fun because they're better than in Crawl, so I kind of like them as well, even if they nuke the performance of the game. Um, and enchantments, yeah, boo enchantments. And boo orbs as well, except for this one. This one is great. The other ones, not so much. Yeah, Arcane Orb is such a great thing. But anyway, I have 8 experience, and the worst thing about this is that I have 8 experience, and I don't know what to do with that 8 experience to fix my current situation, other than, stop getting enchantments. And that's really bad. I should be incentivized to go for the next upgrade, for the next enchantment, or for the next skill that makes enchantments more powerful. But like, what do I get? 2 duration. Does that matter? It really doesn't matter. Like, this already lasts for long enough to kill whatever it needs to kill. Um, I guess that having extra damage would work, but like later. Right now, I don't need the extra damage. What I need is a way for things to be bunched up together so I can hit them with the Scourge, and that kills them. And that's how I kill things in general. Um, if there was a way to force those really tiny levels that I've been talking about, like that would be absolutely wonderful. But we don't have that. I'm gonna reroll. Please. Oh, disgusting. These kind of levels. This is like the worst kind of level. It's all of the disadvantages of an open level and all of the disadvantages of a closed level, with none of the advantages of an open level or a closed level, because your line of sight is always going to be terrible. It's never going to be enough, and you're going to get muffed up. This is actually the worst layout possible for the most amount of builds in the game. Um, yeah, that one is so nasty. Um, um, yeah, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I am definitely stuck in a very um, inconvenient spot here. Mm, mm. Do I have any summons or any conjurations with blind casting? That might be my ticket to success here. Yeah, I just thought of something that I could do that could maybe be funny. Blind casting, I mean, doesn't really work. Mm, okay, this could be it. So here's what I'm thinking. Um, we would spawn in a wall every level, and then we would summon some stuff outside of the wall, which would cause the monsters to go towards the wall and try to attack the monster that I summon. And by extension, the monsters would be bunched up. So when the monsters are bunched up, I sneak out, I hit them with a scourge, and then I retreat back in. And that should kill them. And that's my master plan for beating this enchantment thing with Scourge, when mass Scourge and like mass Death Chill and mass Immolate, which is called Conflagration, but it is actually mass Immolate. Um, yeah, I definitely do think that enchantment should have a level 8 skill that turns all of your enchantments into mass enchantments. Would be way better than just having a single upgrade that applies to that makes every enchantment apply to a connected group of enemies on every enchantment, pretty much. Flawless plan? There's so many conjuration spells in this game. Yeah, like conjurations, there's a good amount of them. Yeah. Um, so which ones have I used? In counting Rift Wizard 1 and 2. I've used this. I used this in my first run. I didn't get anywhere with it. This is such an MVP. I've used this. I've used this. I've not used Choir of Angels. I've used this. I've used this a bit, not used Frostfire either. I've used this to very disappointing results. I recently won with Giant Bear with Venom Bear, very funny. I've not used this. I've not used this. I've used this. Actually, this is such a beast of a spell in Rift Wizard 2 for the start of the game. As I've said already, this gets you rather easily to Realm 7 or so. After that, it starts to decay, like don't invest in it. Just use it as it comes out of the box to get enough experience to do exactly, or to do what you actually want to do, or what the floor god leans you towards doing. I've used this. I've used this. It's never worked for me. I have not used this one, I think. Maybe it could be funny. Um, I have not used this. I'm never gonna use this. Um, not use this. Not use that. I've used this. Not this. Not this, but I've used other Drake spells, and they're pretty much all the same. So, like, yeah. Uh, I have used this in Rift Wizard 1. When I was trying to do the I build in Rift Wizard 1, it was not great. Did I win that? I don't even remember if I won that. If I won it, it should be on YouTube, but I don't remember it actually winning. I remember playing it, but I don't remember winning with it. You love the goofy stuff you can do with drill shoes? I think it's very janky. Anyway, I'll continue looking at that later. Okay, I'm actually gonna need X-Turbo. No, it's having some performance issues a bit. I wonder if I should restart the game or something. Wait a second, are the monsters just straight up immobile? Why are they... Well, like, what I mean by that is, like, these guys are not moving. What's up with that? I'm pressing spacebar and it's not doing... oh, fast forward. Spacebar. Let's see if it works. What a slideshow. I have no idea why this is behaving like a slideshow, by the way. Look at that. It's like seconds per frame. They're all trying to reach the wizard, and since there isn't actually a valid path, the pathfinding algorithm goes crazy. The console should tell me something about that. But no, the console doesn't even show me any um, weird messages whenever I hold the spacebar. Very janky indeed. Look, like it's actually insane. Oof, I may have made a terrible mistake. Well, not even may have. I know that I made a terrible mistake. From the moment that I went enchantments. Not having a ballot pad isn't an error, so you wouldn't expect any error messages. Understandable. Yeah, like the unfortunate thing is that Rift Wizard 1 has that kind of thing happen. Like in Rift Wizard 1, there was it was not uncommon for monsters to not have a ballot pad towards the player at times, and it didn't like have these performance issues. Um, hmm. I really do wish it had more range. You know what? Master of Space. Master of Space. I hope that the radius upgrade doesn't kill me, but yeah, now I can hit a lot more stuff. Okay, this is actually kinda working. This is the jankiest level clear of my life. Um, if I had if I had what is this thing called? A Chaos Bell. Chaos Bell would be a good thing to use right about now. I'm a bit afraid of this. I have no idea how I'm going to deal with it. I guess I do have two teleporters, so I can always teleport out, grab some experience, and just like soul tax it. They're perfectly dodging my line of sight. Okay, this guy needs to get firebolt. If I don't firebolt that guy, bad things happen. I might be death. I wish it showed you like yeah, 3 tiles. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten Master of Space. I should have gotten the sorcery one, Spell Sniper, which is the same except for the radius for 1 less cost. Um. Oh, oh no. Why? Dude, it's not even letting me use a heal. Oh, it's not letting me use a healing potion because I'm poisoned, of course. Okay, that's fine. But I can use a stopwatch. And now this thing deals 14. So if I do the thing, I shouldn't die, even if it hits me. Which it didn't. Okay, that's nice. I do appreciate it not hitting me. Yeah, gotta check these because if I get poisoned again, I die. So we don't want to get poisoned. Very important. But we also cannot let this thing get close enough to me. It might already be too late. Ugh, enchantments are so bad. Yeah, that's what I thought. So we have to teleport or we die. What can I say? It could be worse, I suppose. It is pretty bad. It is pretty bad. But it could always be worse. At least it's Rift Wizard and not Crawl. In Crawl, these spells would have a chance to fail. All of them would have a chance to fail. because that's the kind of thing that Crawl really likes to do. So they would be the same power level comparatively, but they would also have a chance to fail. Um, my Immolate is dealing 30 damage per turn. Yeah, it's a bit disappointing. A bit disappointing. Not much to do about it. The damage increase is 3 damage each turn. Do you think that the damage increases with the amount of damage that I have on the enchantment? No way, right? Like, because if it did, it would already be increasing by 12 each turn instead of by 3 each turn. And that would actually make it very strong. I still think that it wouldn't even be broken. It would just be very strong. Remember, I can still die um, from being poisoned, so we don't want to be poisoned. Oh, that was terrible. But I mean, it was terrible, but like, there's definitely no other way to call, like, no other thing to call that than a victory, unfortunately. So we continue with the enchantments, and we go to Realm 11. Nature spells and skills gain duration. What nature enchantments are there? Eye of Rage, which I haven't really gotten. Maybe I should get that. That's not good. Yeah, that's very not good. Damage living unit. The target is stunned for 4 turns. All living enemies in line of sight of the target go berserk for 4 turns. And it has blind casting. Well, you can give it blind casting. But it must target. Ooh! Oh! Oh! I figured something out. What if we get Sight of Blood? And we get Nightmare Aura, and we do the same thing of dropping in the wall. With like, we open the wall up a bit, and then we Nightmare Aura. That should damage some living things, and then we can use Sight of Blood, and that should lure things towards where I am, so I can do the same thing with Scourge. My main worry is that at some point that is not, like, I'm gonna pick out for Scourge and it's gonna one-shot me. So yeah, at some point I guess I should get Word of Ice or something. Hmm, 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 hmm. How doable is this level? I don't think it's that doable. And yeah, we're still in the same situation as before. Like, there's nothing that we're starting to get to the point where I would really like to be able to hit a bunch of enemies, like pretty much everything else, whether it is conjurations or sorceries, can deal with level layout that kind of looks like this, right? With conjurations, you just summon a bunch of stuff. Um, Depends on what conjuration you're using. Like, on my exact build with conjurations, some would like to make use of this actual empty space, like those terrible psychic seedling rungs. Like, I would, for example, if I was willing to do that, which I'm not because it's gonna nuke my computer, like I would probably open up like a huge section of the level and just like make a farm of psychic seedlings, and then when they grow, I would send them into the world with disperse, like Shake the Box did the other day. Um, and that's how I could deal with that with conjurations. With sorceries, I would just drop in and kill everything with the correct sorceries. Um, but with enchantments, I have no idea how to do that. There has to be an enchantment that I'm not seeing. Oh, I just thought of something important. Huh, the best enchantment in the game. Yeah, maybe Blizzard is the best enchantment in the game. Or no, there was another one. There's a couple that are actually really good, but I really do not think that they're like the material for protagonizing a run, I guess. Um, so yeah, what I thought of is Blizzard. Blizzard has an upgrade. Oh, it no longer has the upgrade. Why must you hurt me like this, Dylan? Well, Blizzard used to have blind casting as an upgrade, and now there is no more blind casting. So it is significantly worse, and definitely does not fulfill my purpose here. I guess Seal Fate has blind casting, which helps for sniping the gates. Um, if it could also get spreading curse, that would probably be very strong. I don't even think it would be broken. It would just be very strong. Still has the limitations of being um, ruined by things that are fire resistant, stuff like that, or like not fire resistance, dark resistant. You know what I meant. Um, I think that I'm just gonna reroll. Let's see if we get one of those small levels. And like my secret hope is that I get one of those small levels and I do a scourge and I still die, and then I can be free from this. Mm, mm, uh, hmm. Ooh, enchantment upgrades. Um, Enchanting Hourglass, Enchanting Claw, Enchanting Lens, Enchanting Disc. Enchanting Disc is definitely pretty hazardous at this point. You think that Imp Swarm with the Endless Swarm upgrade would summon imps outside of the wall? It says every 9 turns passively summon one imp. You think that the imps would be summoned outside of the wall if I was to land inside the wall? And every 9 turns? Oh man, that sounds so jank. Considering how poorly the performance went when doing that in this level, I don't think I want to do that again. Even if it's like a viable strategy, I would prefer to just not play that kind of game. um, yeah, and let's go here, I suppose. Oh no. I should not cast Fireball or Immolate because yeah, Fire Spirits. I kind of didn't think about that. Oh, this thing is never gonna die from that. It sure would be nice to have the same but for ice. You know, enchantment seems to have a lot of damage over time, but holy, damage over time, but fire, damage over time, but dark. And if it kills, it deals ice damage. I would like damage over time, but ice. That is not Blizzard, you know, because unfortunately Blizzard doesn't have blind casting, and therefore I cannot cast it through the walls. Um, Yeah, the ice enchantment that exists is, of course, not damaging. Uh, do you have an upgrade? No, of course you have freeze a connected group. Every enchantment has that. Really, just make it a skill instead of having every enchantment have that. Um, hmm, what a terrible situation. Yeah, I really despise that this thing deals damage to you. Oh, I feel like I'm about to die. I just thought of something that could be funny. What if, like, what if we actually get freeze? Freeze fulfills the role of not killing this guy. Excuse me, it got hit by the Eye of Ice. It's as if the game is detecting um my goals and it's countering them. Yeah, like what I want is this. This is what I want. Um, that way, like a choke point will happen and the monsters will start clumping up, and then Scourge will actually do what it's supposed to do. I don't think I can hold on any longer. Let's just go for it. Aha, like it's so strong. When I can do it, it's really strong. Um, oh, they're resistant to holy. That's disgusting. Why does it have to be this way? I guess it's my fault for going to this level with monsters that are resistant to holy and immune to fire. Like they just do everything. Um, I froze it instead of using Death Chill. There we go. That actually went pretty well. The Death Chill killed the troll and the two immortal hellhounds. Um, I have plenty of experience. You know what I should get? I should get Blink. Yeah. What did I just kill? Oh, a troll. For a second I thought that I had hit a spawner. That would have been very lucky. Throughout the entirety of this, I have been having a constant feeling of why is this working? And I still do not know, and I cannot tell you if it's better that it works or that it doesn't work. Yeah, that is the state of the current run, I suppose. Ah, victory. Somehow. The worst part about this is that, like, look at how long levels have been taking me. And it's only Realm 11. It's only gonna get much worse. Um, yeah. If you have an idea of what I could be getting, like what terrible mistake I'm making, please let me know. Please let me know. Like maybe I am indeed doing something terribly wrong and there's something super busted that you can do with enchantments, but like the way that I look at it, it's just non-existent, pretty much. It's just not there. I might have to do this. That was actually kind of nice. How much damage is it dealing? Is it still dealing 14? But because it has radius 2, it is actually hitting a lot of guys, or like it's hitting them multiple times. Kind of like Crawl Ignition. It's kind of being exactly like that. The target on all units within 4 tiles. That means it's kind of miraculous that I haven't gotten hit by that in this level. Um, Maybe Arch Enchanter or Enchanter Lord or whatever it's called. Oh, you got battered. That sucks for me. Oh, you are the one that is batting stuff towards me. Yeah, it was like, what is doing that? Oh, I just figured something out. What would actually make enchantments really strong? A skill that says your enchantments gain quick cast. Because what am I really doing? I'm placing a bunch of damage over time of skills or like spells onto a monster or a group of monsters. At the end of the day, a turn still needs to pass for those to do something. So it wouldn't even be broken if such a thing came to exist. Um, or maybe I'm crazy. It's up to you to decide. But I think it would be perfectly functional and not broken at all. Oh, stop doing that. Like, I wasn't even worried because it didn't have anyone next to it, but it apparently still is perfectly capable of batting people. Um, what a shame. Please die. Why are you not dead? Of course it has to leave me with a torn guy. They have 10 HP. Did they always have 10 HP? I feel like they didn't have 10 HP in Rift Wizard 1. But I think they were also weak to fire. Okay, we're only left with the spawners, and I'm still like overwhelmed. I still cannot push forward. What a tragedy. Um, 5 range, huh? I think it is perfectly capable of hitting me. This would be the perfect time for Word of Chaos. Okay. Should I do it? I feel like if I get Word of Chaos here, I might as well get actually good spells. Yeah. Um, I would really like to be able to push, but it seems very difficult, if not just straight up impossible. However, if I cast Word of Chaos, that would be a lot easier. Like I would actually be able to push. Okay, I'm just gonna get it. Okay. What a difference is to finally cast a good spell in this terrible run. Well, Fireball is a good spell. And I guess Blink is also a good spell, and Scourge with that upgrade is a good spell. But it's so hard to set up for, and that really hurts me. Please, a small level. Uh, I'm gonna go to these just because there's fake queens, and I know the fake queens will fill the level for me. Um, I really wish this didn't deal damage to you. As it is right now, I don't think that I can flee from it. Like if I was to hit all of this with a scourge, I feel like I would just straight up die. Like the more the more radius I get with scourge, the more hazardous the spell becomes for me. That's like extremely surprising. It's yet another one of those instances where the game punishes you for getting upgrades. Oh man. I look forward to seeing what I play tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. Tomorrow I won't be streaming. I will be going out to the city, and we shall see what I do in Brief Wizard the next time I stream Brief Wizard. That's what I mean. Mm. Mm. How am I winning? Like I'm not even doing that poorly. I've gotten to the point where I've held 7 experience, and I haven't really had to use a lot of mana potions and stuff. Like it's kinda working, but it's not great. Like definitely not good. Not what I would define as good anyway. My blink has so much range. I have marksman cap, which gives me 2 range on the blink. And that's why it has 10 range. So good. And I cannot blink to the wall, right? No, of course I can't. Even though I have drill shoes, you cannot blink to the wall. Just like you cannot blink to the chasm when you have flying shoes. You should be able to do both those things. That's what I believe. Oh, I'm actually outside of its range. Wow. Oh, okay. We take those. So do I just wait? I mean, I guess. Okay, who would have guessed that freeze was actually going to be the secret sauce to make this work? Yeah, and just we just continue waiting until we can get a really good Scourge. That was a pretty good Scourge, in my opinion. Hmm. That did clear a good chunk of the level, but we're still not anywhere close to being done, unfortunately. This build seems so painful to play and you're just watching it. Yeah, like it's definitely not my thing. I am completely aware that my perception of things can shape your perception of things. Like you would be having a different experience if you were watching someone else play the same build, someone that actually enjoys this kind of gameplay. Um, for me, it is sheer unadulterated pain. For other people, maybe not so much. Oh, it ran out of blinks. Oh, okay. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to get Master of Memories for Blink. Look at my spells. Oh, I guess I want to get Master of Memories for Blink and Word of Chaos. That is actually kind of really good. Okay, if I do this, I die, right? Because this has radius 4, so it would really hurt me. So instead of that, we're gonna freeze this. Then we're gonna freeze this. And then we're gonna freeze this. And then we're gonna... I might have to just um, Word of Chaos them all away. Oh, wow, that's lucky. Okay, let's do that. Okay. All the scrolls died. The scrolls that the Chaos Quills created. Very convenient. Yeah. By the way, of all the spells that need to be buffed, I don't think Word of Chaos is one of those. So if you're wondering where all these friendly Chaos Spirits came from, right now Word of Chaos in the beta branch is bugged, and it has this always, even if you don't get this upgrade. Um, which, by the way, this isn't even the upgrade that I would get if I was to get an upgrade. I would probably get this one. Depends on whatever pets I happen to have. I wonder if you can give the pets double modifiers. This I feel like it could be funny. I don't know if um, getting this means that it casts Word of Chaos every 10 turns. If so, that would be kind of busted, considering that Word of Chaos stuns for like 6 turns or so. You can upgrade the duration of that with the Master of Time, I think. Um, yeah, you can upgrade the duration by 2. So if it works like that, then it is going to be incredible. If anything out of this specific run, I would like to try that. Um, okay, are the gates dead? How are the gates dead? Hmm. Somehow all of the gates seem to have died. I mean, Word of Chaos. Word of Chaos. What can I say? It's Word of Chaos. It's bugged Word of Chaos. I guess I have to clarify. Um, Word of Chaos even better than a normal Word of Chaos. Talking about Master of Time, it's right here for free. But the level is terrible, extremely bad for what I am currently doing. Sorcerer's Orb and an open level on a different build. Oh, these swords look pretty cool, by the way. Yeah, that's a nice palette for the Dancing Blades. Jeez. Ice Belcher, Frost Spew, Duergar, Electric Dancing Blade. Which I think has worse resistances than a normal Dancing Blade, but I'm not sure. This is still pretty bad. It has so much HP and more shields and double leap attacks. Yeah. Okay, maybe this is the one that I have to do, unfortunately. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, the more I look at it, the more convinced I am that this is the one. Yep. In no small part because there were a bunch of guys that were gonna turn into chaos spirits for me. Are you hurting me? I think they were. Isn't this guy affected by Scourge? Isn't it gonna start? Oh, I don't think it got affected by Scourge because it was already stunned. Is that what happened? Or is there something in the level that is cleansing away that debuff? I don't think so. This is not friendly. Why are you next to me? What a build, or what a run, and yeah. Everything was terrible, and then I got Word of Chaos, and everything stopped being so terrible. It's still very clearly not great. Word of Chaos has definitely done a lot for me. Has made this into a playable build pretty much. Word of Chaos, but mostly more than that, the boxed version of Word of Chaos with the Chaos Spirits. That's really what's saving the day here. Okay, I would love it if any of these were enchantment daggers that actually help everything that I am doing, but unfortunately that's not the case. Um, no holy daggers either. I guess that we get the fighty one. 15 damage, and the damage increases by 3 each turn. Any kind of stall technique doesn't work here because of the Fountain of Venom. Um, let's see. If I let these guys summon imps, then I Word of Chaos them. They would summon a lot of spirits. A lot of spirits. And oh, Word of Chaos doesn't do anything to ice. It does things to lightning, fire, and constructs. So the imps would be fire. These would be lightning and constructs, so they would die pretty badly. I feel like that's doable, but let's see what else we got. That seems terrible. And this also seems pretty terrible. Yeah, okay. The only option that we really have is this one. So we drop here. You're gonna jump. All of the frogs are gonna jump. They can hit me through the wall, but they're not going to because they jumped. And now I Word of Chaos after everything has been summoned. And so I get a bunch of allies. The Fountain of Venom took a chunk of damage, which is pretty good. Some Night Hags are hurt for some reason. No idea why. I should have maybe gotten Master of Time or Echoing Chaos. I am going to get that. Let's see what it does like next time I cast it. I want to see if it casts itself every 10 turns, like from the moment I cast it, forever every 10 turns, or how does it work? Okay, let's try it again. Turn 8. Let's see if it casts itself in turn 18. Would be great. Scourge wouldn't bounce to the Night Hag? Okay, that's funny. Seems like there's some jankiness going on with the 3x3s because, like, if I target only the Fountain, it doesn't bounce. But if I target the Night Hag, it does bounce. And neither way it bounces to the Farfiend. Like, maybe if I could reach the Farfiend, it would bounce to the Fountain, but it wouldn't bounce to the Night Hag. Yeah. I could cast Word of Chaos. Recast Word of Chaos in 6 turns. That is exciting. Let me guess, you're immune to ice, so I cannot freeze you. 5 turns. I'm about to die. At least I'm not poisoned. Okay, and it cast it again, but it didn't apply the buff again. So it's like it's a free action. That's certainly a thing that it is a free action. Um, it might not be a desirable free action because Word of Chaos does have the effect of moving things around. Um, that might not be the greatest thing. So now we know. Okay. The Word of Chaoses have killed a good chunk of the level. Like the build really got a lot better the moment that I succumbed to my habits and just went for the Word of Chaos. I'm sorry if you wanted to see like a pure enchantment run, but it doesn't seem particularly doable. Mm, yeah, I think that there is some in the way of upgrades that you could definitely implement into the game, like skills for enchantments. As I already said, a skill that makes all enchantments hit everything, since after all, there's a huge chunk of them that have that already as an upgrade. Like, why do all of them have that as an individual upgrade instead of having one upgrade that gives it to all of them? Um, that is one thing. And another thing is another very high cost enchantment skill that makes them all have quick cast. I don't think it would be broken because, as I already said, these inherently need time to pass, turns to pass, in order for them to do anything. So, like, casting them all in one thing is not gonna do anything unless you combine it with Word of Chaos. At which point, like, there's so many better things that you can do with Word of Chaos. It would probably be fine. Like, it wouldn't be broken at all. Um, like, I mean, people are already killing Mordred in 2 turns. It's certainly not gonna be stronger than that. Small level. Immortal Rolling Spike Ball. With high resistances to Holy, which kinda ruins the Scorch plan. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame that it doesn't cast itself infinitely. Like, it would probably be very broken if it casts itself infinitely. Because right now it stuns enemies for 8 turns, and in turns it recasts itself. Um, so what we have is a spell that has a lot of value, but not like an infinite stun kind of thing. Um, that's what we don't have. Oh no. Um, yeah, the Mind Devours were pulling me forwards. I wanted to reposition, but it was impossible because of the Mind Devours. So we have the Word of Chaos. Recast Word of Chaos in 10 turns, and they're stunned for 7 more turns. If you Scourge an enemy that's already stunned, it doesn't get the Scourge status effect. I keep doing it. I definitely shouldn't be doing that. Like the Scourging a stunned enemy. I am really hurt and this thing is about to kill me. And I don't think I can kill it fast enough. And I don't have experience. This might actually be the end of the run. Oh, what a terrible way for the run to end. I do have a healing, but I wish I had found a lot more hearts. But like the levels that were doable were not levels that had hearts for me, unfortunately. Okay, it's gone. I might be able to reach it. Does Blink help you here? It helps me chase that at least. This thing has a lot of range. I mean, I guess I have Master of Space and Spell Sniper. Of course, it's gonna have a lot of range. Yeah, Blink has pretty good range as well. And I don't even have Arch Sorcerer or Translocation Master. That's what I didn't want to happen. I mean, I guess I go back to my hole. None of these things heal me, right? Redeal half of all damage you deal with enchantment as fire damage. Yeah, nah. Whew. Mm, I'm gonna have to heal at some point, and some point being in the next couple of turns. Can I? I cannot actually blink in there. I'm not even gonna try because I know it's gonna fail. I wouldn't kill anything with this, right? Nah, I wouldn't. The spike balls do take some damage. Did I actually kill some stuff? Yeah, I did kill some stuff. Okay, surprising. Okay, I'm about to die. I go over here. Okay, and then we heal. Yeah, literally pushing it to the limit. And now I have around 100 turns, give or take, to kill this thing. Is that gonna be enough time for the super slow enchantment build to actually kill those things? Only one way to find out, I suppose. Luckily for me, the level is on the small side of things, and I have crazy range, so I can actually... Ah, you had clarity. Why does the Scourge get blocked by that? Are you joking? It blinked into... Like, the turn I cast a Scourge, which hurts me, it blinked into a position where it could hurt me. Oh, man. Do immolate cast a stack? No. The status effects, I'm sure they don't stack. Is there any more experience in the level? I should move away from that thing before it kills me. Like now I'm running on a lot more limited time. And Soul Tax costs 5, right? Yep, I have 4. That's never gonna do anything to that because they're immune to dark. That's a shame. I should not be casting Scourge. Yeah, like Scourge with its radius upgrade that makes it deal for damage to 4 tiles in a radius. Yeah, it's a bit larger than Fireball. So I guess that it wouldn't hurt me if I cast it on this guy. It would certainly hurt me if I cast it on this guy. And it wouldn't hurt me if I cast it on this guy, but it would hurt all of my other dudes. And I kinda need them to beat this terrible situation. Yeah, that didn't hurt me. Okay. It has clarity, which means do not cast that again. Okay, it's actually working. I hadn't noticed, but Scourge actually deals a good chunk of damage to this guy. Probably because it hits it a bunch of times. Yep, I love when that takes 14 holy damage a bunch of times from the Wizard's Scourge. Eh, not bad, not bad. Could be a lot worse. And we're done. Okay, now we blink away from that. You know why this is called Scourge? Because it is a Scourge to use it. It's actually not that bad. I have to say that like 90% of the things in this game are better than what I'm doing, but it's not as bad as hexes in Crawl, as I already said. Like, you know, hexes in Crawl are these, but every time you cast one of these, it has a chance to fail. Which, yeah, it's definitely terrible. Oh, there is some experience on the level. Let's. Oh, I wanted to blink, but I don't have charges of that anymore. Um, no. It turns out that I'm running low on charges of everything somehow. Are these things immune to... Oh, they're not. I think that the real version is immune to ice, but it doesn't matter anyway. These guys are hitting them with fire. They're not immune to death chill, so I can keep doing things. And death chill doesn't hurt my allies, right? Yeah, it says enemies. I am starting to really appreciate how a lot of things in Rift Wizard 1 specified enemies. There were few things that could actually kill your allies. In this game, I feel like a lot of new things say units instead of enemies. For some reason. Okay, we don't want any of these things. Oh, this is a trinket? I thought it was a wand. Sure. Because it's a trinket. Oof. Once again, victory, I suppose. Oh, look at that. It's one of those levels that I wanted to see a while ago, but now I don't know if such a level would kill me or not. And my suspicion is that it would. It might still be doable. I think I have a funny idea. What if we start here and we Scourge, and then we Ward of Chaos the Scourge things away? The worst thing that could happen is that I get hit by a million Scourges and then I am doomed to die. Man, I hate that. Why does it have to be that way? Like, why do the things that I do are... Why are they killing me? The things that I do. Why am I my greatest threat? And like, yeah, Ritual of Revelation was the same. Yeah, like of course the upgrade of Arc Lightning, the arcane upgrade, was the same. Ah, it hits my allies. It's so strong, but it's also so bad because it hits me at the same time. If it didn't hit me, it would be a whole nother thing. And yeah, of course that's what happened. We have two guys that are Scourge next to me. Yeah, I didn't actually know if that was gonna hit me or not, but I figured that if it was going to hit me and kill me, I had already had enough. Yeah, like I was gonna be okay if that was going to kill me. I don't even know how to pick out of this. Um, because I still don't have healing, so I guess that we are forced to get Soul Tax. And I guess it's not even the worst thing possible because Soul Tax does make it so I can kill these like ridiculous HP monsters. Give me your HP. Stop doing that. I better freeze that guy. That's like the only way to stop it from doing that, or scourge it. Yeah, that's fine. I have to say that I am a big enjoyer of scourge when it works. Um, but the reason, like, very important to notate, the only reason why this is kinda working is because of this one. The 9 damage is doing a lot for Scourge to be worth anything. If it wasn't for the 9 damage, it would be absolutely terrible. I have had to spend a lot of experience getting stuff that immediately salvages the run. Like it was first Word of Chaos, really. Um, then Blink, then um, well, first Blink actually. Blink was before Word of Chaos. Then Word of Chaos. Then Soul Tax. No, even further before that, like Freeze first, then Blink, then Word of Chaos, then Soul Tax. There was a moment where I also got Master of Memories. I got it after getting Blink and Word of Chaos, right? But yeah, like all of those things, I have not gotten Arch Enchanter or Enchanter Lord. I don't know what it's called. Arch Enchanter. Yeah, I always confuse them. I wish it was standardized, like they were all Arch something or something Lord. Mm, okay. I cannot believe that this is actually the way to go. You think the elements are X-Lord and the form of magic is Archex? Yeah, that's kind of how it is. You cannot bat this guy at me because you cannot see me, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna continue freezing this guy, waiting for them to queue up for a Scourge. Yeah, like, oof, it's working. Oh, okay, I cannot believe it. We're on Realm 18. How is this run still alive? I cannot explain it. I don't think it can be explained, really. How is this run still alive? Oh, there we go. Finally, finally. You know, the saddest part about this is gonna kill me. But I guess that this is just how I go. Um, how else would I go, really, other than by dying to my own spell in Rift Wizard 2? Yeah, and the worst part about this is that the Lamasu are highly resistant to Holy. Like, this level would have been great 2 or 3 levels ago, like maybe a bit more than that, but you know, ever since I got Scourge with the mass upgrade, it would have been a lot better. You know what? I should get the mass upgrade for that chill. That chill would be a lot better. When it comes to doing this kind of thing, I could just drop, use a stopwatch, and then mass death chill. I guess that I can still do that actually. Doesn't work that well because this level does have monsters that are immune to dark. I don't have Ether Dagger. I don't have the experience for Twilight Gaze. Um, mm, I can get the Immolate upgrade that makes it do the same. Okay, when it comes to Immolate, it doesn't seem like a lot of guys here are resistant to dark or like to fire, so that could actually work. It would still not work very well, mind you, because I don't have Arch Enchanter. With Arch Enchanter, it would work. Anyway, I'm just gonna die. Like, I know that what I'm about to do is directly gonna cause me to die, but sometimes it is like that. Hey, the Namasu got dispersed. Maybe I don't die if I do this. Yeah, okay, okay. We do have a segment of the level full of monsters that are like far enough away that they are not gonna kill me. That is nice. Look at that. They took so much damage. Damage dealt Scourge, 3400, and Fame Malevolence did 800. Not terrible. I have to say that I am finding this to be quite funny. Um, when I started it, I didn't think that it was gonna, like, the stars were gonna align in order for me to be able to, you know, do this. But the stars have been certainly aligning so far. However, if I do that, that is going to hurt me because of this guy. So what do we do now? The immolate upgrade would kill them. Would it kill them fast? I don't think it would. necessarily kill them fast. Yeah, just hit me. Oh, it didn't even hit me that badly. If I move over here, is it still gonna hurt me? It's still gonna hurt me. If it's gonna hurt me, I might as well just blink into the HP. That's fine. We cast Word of Chaos in 2 turns. Wasn't it going to be 2 turns? It said 2 turns, but it just happened. I mean, I guess it's fine. Okay, one more. Beautiful. Uh-huh. Pretty good, and it doesn't even hit me. Now, when it comes to dealing with the Lamasu, somehow we're winning this level. I still do not quite comprehend how that is happening, but it is certainly happening. We are winning this level. Um, when it comes to dealing with the Lamasu, however, that's gonna be a bit of an issue. We're gonna summon some Bag of Spikes, and the Bag of Spikes better take care of the Lamasu for me. I guess I can immolate the Lamasu. The Lamasu are not um, resistant to fire, so that should stack up some real good damage. Yeah, and the spike balls are offering like a protective barrier while I do my thing. Maybe the way to go when it comes to enchantments is to indeed summon a bunch of stuff and let them protect you while you enchant your stuff. Oh, incredible. Actually incredible. This level went from I am going to die to okay, I just killed everything, and Scourge dealt 10,000 damage. And there were modified rotting masses, which are pretty terrible in general, but like Scourge completely obliterated them. That was wild. Oh, another one. Another one. I don't think we're gonna be so lucky this time around. There's dream hacks, right? Okay. As long as I can spawn in a spot where no dream hacks can see me, maybe we can get something done. Um, yeah, this looks doable to me because these are not immune to holy. Nothing in there is immune to holy. And because nothing in there is immune to holy, it means everything dies to what I'm doing. This is actually insane. I guess that it's time to finally get Archenchanter. 2 charges, 3 duration, 40% damage. Believe it or not, the 3 duration actually is gonna come up with Scourge and with Immolate. Now Immolate will deal 21 fire damage each turn for 13 turns. The damage increases by 3 damage each turn. What does that upgrade do? Half damage to units in a 3-tile radius around the target each turn. If you could combine these two, if only. But yeah, we're going there for sure. Oh, you know what I should do? I should start here and just immediately Word of Chaos. Metallic Acer, better get rid of that right now. Yeah, that's a pretty bad thing. We don't want any Metallic Acers to ruin the day. Ah, beautiful. Ah, so satisfying to see it finally after so long. And it didn't even kill me. Let's go. Let's go. This is the greatest thing ever. They got scourged. How is it working? Because sometimes they don't get scourged, sometimes they do. Whenever, like, if I directly target this one, for example, I don't think it's gonna get scourged because it's a stun. Okay, turns out that it did. No idea why, but it did. Um, ouch. Yeah, okay, my Scourge is now dealing 20 damage. It turns out that buffing the Scourge is, of course, a nerf to me. Yeah, every time you get an upgrade is also a downgrade, it seems. So you deal more damage, but you take more damage to your own things, from your own things. For every 30 damage dealt to enemies by enchantments, the closest enemy takes 10 fire damage. Okay, yeah, hook me up with that. The only unfortunate thing about that is that it took this long to get to me. Let's see what we got. No, no. I guess that this might have to be it. Yeah, at least the level gives me some experience. I have 8, or like some heals, I mean some health. We have 8 experience. What can we do with that? That we really could use for the run. Can we do something funny with Holy? Because this, after all, is Holy. 12 damage, and that's it pretty much. I feel like this could be funny, Holy Water. Whenever a frozen enemy takes holy damage, you roll all allies in line of sight gain 1 shield to a max of 5. Whenever a frozen enemy is slain by holy damage, deal 17 holy damage to 3 random enemies in line of sight of the slain unit. Holy damage is very strong, but it's not as bouncy as other types of damage, you know. It's not like the chaos or, yeah, in general, just the chaos kind of damages, which are my favorite in this game, where you can just like cast an arc lightning or a chain lightning or those things, and it bounces around like crazy. This is extremely specific. Um, I feel like you can make it work with Word of Ice plus what I'm already doing with Scourge. But the thing is that it's way too much of an investment. Had I known, now that I know how to kind of build this, next time I wouldn't really get things that are not Scourge. Because Scourge has been by far the best. The other ones have helped when it comes to damage variety, but very few things resist Holy. Holy is kind of a cheater damage type, if you think about it. Because you don't have to go through the anguishes that pretty much all other damage types generally go to. In this level, for example, only the Titans, only the Titans are resistant to Holy. They're very resistant to Holy, unfortunately, but only the Titans. Um, Talking about that, how are we going to do this level? Mm, with a stopwatch, that's how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna start here, blink over here. Well, stopwatch, blink over here. Soul tax the Insanity Queen, and then go from there. Let me see. There's gotta be something that I'm missing. Hmm. Physical damage. No. Nope, there's nothing. Very few things do funny things with Holy. Holy is a rather boring damage type in that way. If you think about it, it's a strong, but it's not particularly funny because it doesn't like bounce like crazy. There's no like crazy strong synergies that I can see. Like the closest thing to that would be chastisement, but like Scourge already stuns everything, so chastisement literally does nothing for me. Either the things are stunned with Scourge or they're dead from Scourge, so chastisement literally doesn't do anything. Um, Light Lord for the 12 damage, so this deals 32 damage per turn. Yeah, so I die even easier. What was I going to get? I was also thinking about getting a spell. Um, what spell was it? Was it a holy spell? I guess I was thinking a bit about Twilight Gaze earlier. It could still kinda be worth it, but probably not. Oh yeah. Holy Armor for some reason doesn't give resistance to Holy by default. It's called Holy Armor and doesn't give resistance to Holy. So I could get Holy Armor with Crystal Armor, so that it gives me 50% resistance to Holy, so that I don't just explode if I mess up with Scourge. I guess. I guess it's not like it's gonna be terrible. I do have to say that. Um, yeah, it's not like it's a waste of experience. It's gonna be useful for these last couple of levels, for the 20 and 21. Okay, as I said, stopwatch, and then we blink. Or maybe instead of blinking, we cast this first. We don't even need to cast it. It lasts for 14 turns. Maybe we blink first. Um, and then we soul tax this guy. Uh-huh. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Then we do it again and a third time. Okay, and then now that it's at low enough HP, we hold the armor. We could Word of Chaos here. Can I get a good Scourge? Not quite. Nope, doesn't seem to be the case. With a little bit more range, if I had landed here, for example, I could get a better Scourge. Yeah, a bit of a better Scourge. Not a great Scourge, but it's a good Scourge nonetheless. Eye of Ice. Because why not? Let's go for another Scourge. Because at the end of the day, you do have to kill everything. Having an Ether Dagger here would be useful. Okay, we're gonna go for a Chaos Bell. Word of Chaos. Um, I guess that's like the animations that I saw were the Amulet of Emerald Flame. For every 30 damage dealt to enemies by enchantments, the closest enemy takes 10 fire damage. Doesn't really do a lot, unfortunately. These clay titans are gonna take forever to kill. There also are immortal titans. I didn't see those. Or were those summoned by the thing? I think those were summoned by the thing. Oh well. Imagine winning these. Oh, it barely deals damage. This is terrible. I do feel like I need Twilight Gaze. Yeah, Twilight Gaze. The Twilight Knights are immune to Dark and Holy. The Clay Titans are immune. Well, no, they're highly resistant to Dark and Holy. Yeah, a Twilight Gaze seems like a must for this level. There's still plenty stunned, so I can actually just blink around and pick up enough experience to get that. Okay, this is about to be recast. Is there anything here that will freeze me? Will anyone here stun me or freeze me? Doesn't seem to be the case. Yeah, you reduce max HP. You teleport me. But nothing here seems to stun me, which is nice. Have I already cast the Twilight Gaze? I have cast it. Yeah. In that case, I'm just gonna wait for this to trigger. Triggers next turn. It says 3 turns, but I know it's not actually 3 turns. I have already beaten the 5x5, and I still am feeling this sense of anguish of how in the world am I going to beat this level. Yep. Okay, I did get moved a bit. It's fine. They're about to get shuffled. That's fine. And then we Scourge again. And then we Scourge. And then we Soul Tax a bit, so we can go back to full HP. Okay, and it's going. How many turns do we have? Still 4 more. We're gonna have to use another Word of Chaos, and chances are good that we're gonna use maybe some mana potions. Yeah, getting monsters to line up in this level is gonna be like almost impossible. Actually, I have an idea. Probably don't have the experience for it. Blinding Light, level 3. Yep. I don't think I have the experience. There's one experience here. I don't know if there's another one over here. I think that I already grabbed all the experience that there was in the level, apart from this one. But if I had another one, I could use Blinding Light on everything to make them so that they only can walk forward. Like that's the only thing that they can do, and they would stick closer, and then I would be able to scourge them. And then that would be very funny. Um, the spike balls are not gonna do anything. Yeah, that is definitely so sad. Like I summon them and they're taking so much damage from my own thing. You know what this should do? Instead of hurting my dudes and hurting me, it should heal me. Yeah. What if it worked like that? You know, I'm finding it kind of funny that these guys have not been stunned for a couple of turns and I'm still alive. Let's use a Kill Spell here. Let's see what we get. This would be the perfect time to use a little bit of Soul Tax, but I had to use a lot of charges of Soul Tax for killing the boss, so that's why no more word Soul Tax. It's fine. Mm-hmm. This guy hits for 35. I don't want to get hit by it. Yep, 35 melee. Would be indeed pretty nasty. Always worth it to check for good scourges. Even if they're not even that great, yeah, it's better than just not casting anything. And wow, like it actually deals some pretty good damage. Okay, yeah, time for mana potion just because I want to heal. I guess I do have the option of freezing this thing. Yeah, and then freezing this thing. Where did this thing come from? Who summoned this Furnace Imp? Must have been the boss or something. What a run. What a run. Huh. Are they all not Berserk anymore? Okay, it seems to be the case. In that case, I'm gonna Word of Chaos. Did I surround myself by chastised dudes? Or like Scourge dudes? Doesn't seem to be the case, which is pretty nice. I was about to do something really bad, like the wrong play, but then I had an idea. Yeah, there we go. This is how we do this. Ah, delightful. Well worth it the 7 HP that I paid for it. I would like to make it not 21 HP, however. I don't think these guys will cooperate. I could stopwatch. Yeah, sure. I would rather use a stopwatch than keep paying on max HP, even if this is about to trigger. Do I die from this? Oh, I don't have holy armor. I would die. If only I was a bit closer to them. So walk forward, hit them with Scourge. Are they Twilight Gaze? I have to hit them with Twilight Gaze as well. Now I think we maybe refresh this. And then we Mana Potion. And then we Word of Chaos the Titan. Or like not Word of Chaos, Soul Tax the Titan. And we go back to full HP. And the fight continues. This Immortal Titan is gonna be the worst thing about this fight. This one random Immortal Titan. Yeah. There is a spell that groups people up, but it's so jank. Like, I have to cast Freeze, which does have quick cast, so it's actually not as terrible as you would think. Obviously, I don't have the experience for that anymore, but like, it's a Freeze plus Ice Vortex, and it groups people up. And then I could use a Scourge. You think having the Spurs would actually trivialize this stage? How? Explain. Yeah. Um, how would I do it? I fail to see it. Like, you mean um, Word of Chaos, hex everything, or well, not hex everything, enchant everything DOT, and then disperse them away? And you disperse melee enemies to the other side of the map, then walking back kind of causes them to clump up naturally. I see. I could still get it. There's one experience left in the level. And it has a million charges, unlike Blink. Yeah. These guys not clumping up is definitely starting to be a problem. Alright, I will Go for it. Oh man, like I am definitely like I don't know if I should laugh or I should cry about my current situation. It definitely is kind of messed up. But I guess at the end of the day I am winning, and that is what counts. By the way, if I die, it's not gonna be because of the disperse, but even if it was because of the disperse, it would be fine. Like it's not the first time that the chat recommendation kills me, so don't even feel bad about it. I don't think I'm gonna die, but like I'm just saying, if I do end up dying, um, sometimes it's nice to test yourself with suboptimal choices. The only reason why I'm doing this is because right before this I did, what was it, Arc Lightning? I think it was Arc Lightning. Yeah, that was very enjoyable. That's the only reason why I can deal with this. Um, mm, oh, holy armor! I'm about to start taking damage. Yep. What is happening here? Why are you not frozen? Oh, you were frozen and then you shot a fireball. That's what happened. Okay. Don't worry, it's fine because we have this, but not on that. We have it on this guy. Before that, we have to Twilight Gaze it because it is very resistant. And then we Soul Tax it, and we go back to full. Not really. Or did? Oh, we went back to full, but we took a million damage. Okay, it's fine. I'm so exhausted by this build. Please clump up a bit. Just a little bit more. Okay, I guess not. This is going like I cannot believe what I'm about to say, but this is going well. Why am I feeling like this sensation of okay, I already got rid of like 90% of the level. All that's left is these guys, like we can do it. And then I hover over the modified titans. I see they have 1,000 HP and almost immunity to Dark and Holy and immunity to fire, which happens to be pretty much everything that I'm doing. And like then those feelings go away. Yeah. It's happening. I cannot believe it. It's only two guys left. Oh, actually incredible. It's dead. It's only me and this immortal titan. Okay. Okay. Unfortunately for you, Mr. Immortal Titan, I do have the tools to deal with you. First of which is going to be freezing you, so you don't punch me, because this guy punches kinda hard, as you can see, 35 damage, and then we soul tax. Okay, unfortunately that's not nearly enough. Um, I think killing this guy is actually gonna be a bit difficult. Yeah, I would also immolate, but it's immune to fire. It's actually dying. It's actually dying. Oh, unreal. Oh, what is this? Why am I doing this to myself? We're almost there. We're almost there. It's right here. Have you ever noticed how the wizard looks almost exactly the same as Mordred, but with a different color palette? Almost exactly the same sprite. Uh, if we survive that, Mordred is gonna be a pushover in comparison. Realm 20 is a true final boss for so many runs, um, including this one, I think. Okay, spell casts a million stuff. Damage to enemies, a bunch. Um, Surprisingly, Scourge dealt more damage than Soul Tax. Damage to Wizard, 40 the Wizard. Shouts to Scourge. It should only hurt enemies. It should really, really, really only hurt enemies. I don't have keys. Also, corruption are so bad in this game. I wish they were slightly better. I wonder what happens. Oh, no, 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 no. I know what happens. In Rift Wizard 1, if you use an Orb of Corruption in this level, it makes another Mordred and you have to kill them both. So I assume that in Rift Wizard 2 is gonna do something like that, but worse. Word of Chaos. Wow. The cheater blink, it put me one tile further like than it should have. It should have put me in the wall, because it was a valid target and it didn't put me in the wall. So funny. Okay, time to start stacking up stuff on Mordred. Hmm. Okay, it's about to recast itself. Anything else that I should add? Oh, yeah, Scourge. I don't know what I can do to speed up this process. I think that I have done everything that there is to do. Did I ever got... I did get Archenchanter. Okay. Maybe I should get Light Lord. 1, 2, 3. I would still need one more. 1, 2, 3, 4. I surely have enough range to actually do it, right? Oh no, for 1. That sucks. Do I grab this? I don't feel like it's worth it. Yeah, just to speed up the process of killing Mordred a little bit, maybe Light Lord. Maybe the correct thing to do is to get Pillar of Fire, you know? Sometimes a good old Pillar of Fire with Disrupting Flames is the right thing to do. I cannot afford it. It costs 8. I could always grab that experience or just wait for Mordred to make more. Of course. What I should do as well is just pick up this thing. Rika's Holy Armor. Ouch. I think we're fine. I mean, we didn't die. I wonder if that damage that I took would have killed me if I hadn't cast Holy Armor. Because Holy Armor currently is giving me all of those resistances. And I did take like... no, I didn't take that much damage. Oh, there's more experience right here. Now, where's Mordred? Okay, Mordred is right there. You're about to do your thing. I think I can recast it, or I can wait. Oh, you are going to be my victim. I'm gonna soul tax you to go back to full HP. Yeah, I think that soul tax doesn't work if you just punch through shield, so that's why I didn't use it on Mordred. Why can't I Death Chill Mordred? Is it some janky thing that because it died, it's already affected by Death Chill or something? Yeah, I cannot do it. Um, it's not because of its resistances or anything. It's not even immune to dark. No idea. Nope. Still cannot do it. Oh, all spells reduced to melee range. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. What should I do with this 7 experience? I should really do something with it. I'm so exhausted. Yeah, like I was thinking about getting that, and then I was like, okay, let me look at my skills, and then I looked over here, and like, oh, I have so much stuff here that there's no more skills. Okay, so yeah, I have a bunch of generic skills because there's like when it comes to actually supporting enchantments, there's Arch Enchanter and Fey Malevolence. And I guess Master of Time as well, because it turns out that increasing duration actually kinda does do a good amount. Um, and at the start of the run, I thought, oh, it could be funny to have Radius, Master of Space, but now I know that you probably don't want that. The enchanting disc was also a mistake, makes it so a Scourge has a lot more likelihood of hurting me. Oh, I'm getting perma blinded by the fiends. Okay, not anymore. That's nice. Now I can death chill you. What are these turns? Word of Chaos recasted itself. That's what happened. Damage taken the wizard 19. How? This doesn't deal damage to me. It's a Rift Wizard 1 spell. Yeah, on all enemies. On all enemies. It doesn't deal damage to me. In that case, how did I deal 19 damage to myself? Hmm. No idea. Did I hit someone with Immolate or something? Like, was someone with Immolate placed close to me? That's probably what happened. So much to keep track of. What is Mordred? Because at the end of the day, this is supposed to be a Mordred fight, right? And you win it by killing Mordred. Oh, he already died a second time. Turns out that stacking enchantments does end up killing Mordred, given enough time, of course. Um, I would cast Word of Chaos again, but I don't have it. Um, I cannot believe it, but I was about to say I wish there was a modified big guy, but here it is. Yeah, give me your HP. Okay. Perhaps it's time to drink another mana potion for Word of Chaos again. I would love to have the word skill that gives the words 2 charges, but I don't have that. Cannot afford it yet. I could go on a magical journey to grab some experience, but nah. Okay, I found Mordred. It seems there is Frost Spew Lamasu. That sucks. Yeah, in general, Frost Spew monsters are terrible. Like it's like ice worms in Rift Wizard 1, but like now it seems that every time Mordred does his thing, um, there can be monsters that are like ice worms instead of only the ice worms. And monsters that, by the way, are very, very difficult to kill, let alone kill while you're fighting Mordred. Oh, what a journey. Maybe this is a time. Maybe this is time to use a teleporter. Yeah. Okay, so this. Oh no! Get back here. Why do you have to go that far away? That barely did anything. Um, how much damage is my thing dealing in Molade? 27. You know what? Fair enough. Over time, it's actually gonna be a huge chunk of damage. But the thing is that over time is implies, yeah, you have to survive until it actually kills Mordred, and then you have to do it 2 more times. I could also use an Oculus. Yeah, there's also that as an option. I should actually position to use the Oculus. Did I take damage? One from a Nightmare Turtle. That means get out of its range a bit. You're gonna do your thing. You're about to do your thing. Okay. Ice worms, of course there are ice worms. It seems that a lot of allies of Mordred disappeared. Like this area is quite empty now, which is really good. Scourge. You were glassed for 3 turns, of course. Um, that's fine because during that time, my Word of Chaos, Echoing Chaos triggered. That's actually proving to be quite useful. Um, at first, I was not sure that I liked it, but now I really do like it. Like it adds another dimension to Word of Chaos. Like I don't think that you need it for the vast majority of builds, but for some builds, it is pretty nice to have that as an option. Um, are there any other DOTs that I can place? Now I am kind of hooked on DOTs. Um, Affected units lose 100 holy resist. Maybe I should have gotten that earlier. Yeah, when I was dealing with the Titans and stuff. Ah, Mercurize. Mercurize is a DOT. Okay, sure. Like, I cannot believe it. I should have gotten that so long ago. It deals 32 damage. It deals 32 damage. I cannot believe it. Oh, I cannot believe it. It took how much to make Scourge deal 37? This thing deals 32? Oh my jeez. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Don't freeze me. Oh, that killed Mordred. Sure thing. Unfortunately, my Oculus is over now, so I have to reposition a bit. Mordred is straight up not having a good time. It was about time for someone else to not have a good time alongside me. Let's go. I am winning this. I cannot believe it. You're about to do Void Tango. How long does this last for? 11 turns? Mm, but it's 2 instances of damage. Yeah, shred the shield. Seven turns. We're cool. We're cool. Nothing can freeze me that I can see. If just for safety, holy armor. Oh, you don't have shields anymore. Okay, give me that HP. Maybe I should have Twilight Gazed. Now you're weak to holy. Okay, hold this Scourge. Excuse me, how? Was I frozen or something? How did I kill Mordor that quickly? I would like to see a log of that last turn. Is it possible? I don't think it's possible. But yeah, okay, that was something for the ages. Wow, when I started this, I didn't think that I was gonna get very far. When I realized that the enchantments were not great, yeah, I cannot believe it. If I was off stream, I would have killed the run at some points, but like on stream, I pay a lot more attention to what I'm doing. It turns out that verbalizing your thought process helps a lot to make you realize when you're about to make like a terrible decision and that kind of thing. And even with that, sometimes you still ignore your terrible decision and commit to it. And this run is, living proof of that. Ah, okay, we're done. That's it. I will play more on Wednesday because tomorrow I'm gonna go see a friend in Mexico City. I wish I could see that friend on the weekend so it didn't interfere with my streaming schedule, but sometimes um, schedules don't line up. Anyway, yeah, I hope that you enjoyed that. Someone had to enjoy it, I guess. Um, and yeah, I'll be back on Wednesday, as I already said. Probably playing something else. Yeah, that was the thing. Have a nice rest of your night, everyone. See you around. And I don't think I'm gonna play another enchantment run in a while, in a couple of weeks or months. Hopefully, something is done when it comes to these things. Hopefully, there's a change with enchantments, and like it is a more exciting and more powerful way to play the game compared to the other things. Um, yeah, see you around.